Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikki. I'm a homeschool mom to an only child going in the 2nd grade. Today I have the brand new level 2 language arts from The Good and the Beautiful. If that is something you want to take a look at, then keep on watching. So I never intended to get the new version of The Good and the Beautiful level 2, but shiny things. So they are the same color. This is the old version, no longer available for sale, and this is the new version. Side by side, they are about the same. I do believe there are 130 lessons, but it has so many good things. I'm so excited to show you all about it. So this first edition is laid out, in my opinion, much nicer. It has items needed as the very first page in the book, and it has 2 different apps that we can use with this curriculum. It says this app icon is used wherever you need to use the letter tile app, and this one is used whenever you need to use the homeschooling app. It also has how-to videos for and helps, instructional videos for the students, video books that are integrated with the curriculum, and reading booster games, which is awesome. So 2 apps that are required, and the course set is the level 2 course book, the reading booster cards, and the Booster C book set, which are these 2 books. So let's just get into it. They do have a suggested reading page. I can already tell their binding is exactly the same, which is slightly a disappointment because their binding always somehow comes apart, even though we're very gentle with it. Lots of information here. It does have a unit assessment. It does have an answer key for free download on thegoodandthebeautiful.com, which is really nice. We are integrating poetry memorization as usual, and it covers phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar, punctuation, literature, art, poetry, and geography. So it also talks about the letter tile app, which is really cool. This literally dumbs it down for you, and the cool thing is that they have added as far as I know they've added, I don't remember this in the past, but they have added a scope and sequence. They have an added glance. It tells you all the things that are being taught, and then it also has, since it does incorporate art, it has painting, the credits to all the paintings in here, which is super nice, that I don't recall being in their previous version. So that is awesome. Now, it also works with these target symbols, which correlates with the Booster C cards. Now, these do not need to be read at the same pace. They do encourage you to make sure you start, make sure you're mastering before the course materials. And if you can see, I think it's lined up really, really, really nice. So before you even start the course, they want you to make sure you have the master's section here before you even start. And if not, then to really work on that. The cool thing about these reading booster cards is these are going to be pretty much a lot of your phonics, and it tells you exactly what to do. So like write Q, U on the whiteboard, read to the child. Q and U together make the sound quick, like as in quick. And then have the child, ask the child, have the child practice, ways to practice. It has some poetry reading with the cue you. So it looks awesome. And then once they've mastered, there's a little master circle here. Then you would just go in the back of the book, and they have stickers that the kid can pick out and put in as mastered. Instead of the other ones, it was word ladders and you checked them off. And then you colored a picture, I believe. We never colored the picture. Anyway, so it has these targets on the lessons that are basically saying if you need to have the phonics book booster cards mastered to a certain number here before going forward with the lesson, which I find is really nice. I don't know that that was really considered or talked about in the original, the old version, but I'm glad that the old version had like physical phonics cards, and this is kept nice and tucked into a book, which is convenient. It's still the same beautiful layout, but it does have that scope and sequence like I mentioned earlier. So it has the reading booster card scope and sequence pages, which is really nice to be able to plan. It has the principles and what card number they are taught on, which is super nice. And then there is a scope and sequence spelling. And words to master before starting level 3, which when I look at this, it does say words reviewed from levels K and 1, words new to level 2. And then on this page, it says stop. And it wants you to take the assessment and make sure that your child can read this passage under 2 minutes with fewer than 6 things, mistakes. So yeah, and then go ahead and access these apps and read or watch the video of how to use this course. And I believe it will also help you and be able to further help you help your child. That way, it makes it more enjoyable and effective. So I'm so excited to start this. Here is the Unit 1 overview. So if I compare it to the old version, let me just grab that. So this is the older version and this is the newer version of the Unit 1 overview. As you can see, it is different. There's more color and it's laid out just kind of nice. And so for Unit 1, it's still practicing that cue you. So that was the old version, just as a comparison to this one. And we have an exercise here. So it's laid out just slightly, ever so slightly different. You're still getting that same beautiful art, and they're adding some geography. And then instead of, for 20 minutes or more, read a book from the Good and the Beautiful book list or your own read aloud with your parent or teacher. I did get the 2 read alouds, Molly the Falcon and Wesley and the Wolves. Now these are what really did it for me. Now I do believe she's capable of reading this with ease. I don't know that this will challenge her, but she is Molly, so Molly and the Falcon. But I love how these are set up. So when you open, it does have a place for the student to read and the parent to read. Now I know she can read easily both, but I think it'll just be fun. And then they do have some words here that are underlined for certain purposes. And then, yeah, I mean, it still has some pictures. They are not color, but it is still fun and beautiful. And then this book is very much the same. One upgrade that I do believe they have is these lovely string bookmarks, which is really nice. The old version, which is sitting right in front of me, are just this thick book, but it did not have bookmarks. The only thing I wish they would have continued to carry over is the color. The old level has color, whereas the new it did not, as you saw. But it definitely looks more chapter-like in the new, versus these are pretty big with lots of pictures. And I do think there's more than one story in here. I don't believe that's the case with the other one. Now, I'm going to keep the old one just to see if it's something that I end up preferring to go back to, then at least we have it. But I'm pretty sure we're going to love the new one and the apps and all the extra fun that we have here. So that is it. This is the language arts course book for the level 2, which is now available on the Good and the Beautiful website. If you would like more of an in-depth flip through, I can go ahead and show you that in another video, but just to show you an extra page or two. So for instance here, complete the letter tiles activity on the free Good and the Beautiful letter tiles app. It tells you go to level 2, lesson 54, or use the physical tiles, which we do not have. Dictate the words in the purple boxes and tell the child that the sound is made with ER. And so they'll get to use an app for some of these things, which is kind of cool. I mean, we're growing here with technology, and then there is always that independent practice still, which is super nice. And it's nice because it also includes like work on reading booster cards for 8 to 12 minutes, so we have an idea of really the pace to set, and then they can go as fast or as slow as they want, as long as they're mastering by the time it's saying to be mastered by. This is like the most important thing, to make sure they're mastered, to really go along with the course book. So I'm so excited. So that is it. I did not get, the choir is going, I apologize. But that is it. We are starting school. If you're seeing this, we are starting on Monday. And today is Tuesday. So my daughter was honestly like pulling the book away from me already and wanted to dig in. So she is more than ready, and I am not. I'm ready, but I still have some prep that I need to get done. So that is it. If you did like this video, please give me a like down below and hit that subscribe and all that jazz. And let me know, are you getting the new version of the level 2 or any of the other levels? Or are you sticking with what you've got and you're not a shiny things type of clicker? But that is it, my friends. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.